My daughter committed arson, but the police are refusing to see her side of it. I got the call at 3 a.m. that Nora had been arrested after burning down a bar. By the time I arrived, fire trucks were still hosing down hot spots while investigators photographed everything. Nora sat in the back of a police car with her hands cuffed behind her back, a weird look of pride on her face. Nora, what did you do? She'd been sober for 18 months. Mom, I know what you're thinking, Nora said, her voice raw from smoke, but I'm still sober. I swear to God I didn't relapse. Then why would you burn down a bar? I couldn't understand this. We'd worked so hard to get her healthy after she nearly died at 20. The bar owner Robert stormed over when he saw me. Your psycho daughter destroyed everything. 30 years of business. She's going to rot in prison. Screw you, Nora spat at him, trying to stand, but the cuffs kept her awkward in the back seat. You're a murderer. I run a legal business, Robert shouted, getting in her face. You're just another drunk who can't handle watching normal people have fun. I shoved him back from my daughter. Mom, he kills people, Nora said, crying harder now. He sends his bartenders into AA meetings to hunt us. They pretend to be in recovery and then drag people back to drink. Robert's face twitched. That's bullcrap. You can't prove anything. James is back in rehab, Nora screamed at him. He was 2 years sober and your bartender convinced him one beer wouldn't hurt. Stacy had 5 years and now she's dying of liver failure because your people wouldn't leave her alone. Nobody forced them to drink, Robert said with a nasty smile. Alcoholics always blame everyone else. You pay $50 for every person from AA they get drinking again, Nora said, her whole body shaking. Tyler told me when I visited him in detox. You have a bounty system for destroying people's sobriety. I stared at Robert in horror. You target people in recovery? It's not illegal, he said, shrugging like it was nothing. If they're so weak they can't say no, that's not my problem. Nora was sobbing now. Tomorrow you are having your Chips for Shots event. Trade in your sobriety chip for free drinks all night. Great marketing, Robert said proudly. I'm a businessman. My sponsor was going to go, Nora screamed, straining against the cuffs. 10 years sober and her husband just left her and she texted me saying maybe it was time to give up. Your fucking event was going to kill her. My stomach turned. Did you call the police? Report this? I tried everything. Nora was hyperventilating now. Health department, state licensing, the cops, everyone said it's not illegal. He can advertise however he wants. AA meetings are public. There's no law against hunting alcoholics. So you torched my bar, you crazy bitch? Robert laughed. 30 years of work because you're too weak to stay sober? Garrett is dead, Nora screamed so loud her voice broke. He had his sobriety date tattooed on his wrist and your people still went after him and now he's dead. He was 23 years old. Robert stepped back slightly as officers looked over but kept smiling. Not my fault your friends are weak. They were trying to get better, I said, rage building in my chest. They were fighting for their lives and you sabotaged them for money. Mom, I know arson is wrong, Nora said, gasping through sobs, but tomorrow he was going to destroy my sponsor and that new kid with 30 days and that mom trying to get her kids back. I couldn't watch more people die. You're going to prison for decades, Robert said with satisfaction. Arson's a felony, 5 to 20 minimum. Your life is over. The detective walked over saying they needed to take Nora to booking for felony arson, destruction of property, potential attempted murder. The building was empty, Nora said desperately. I checked every room, set off the fire alarm, made sure no one was inside. Doesn't matter, Robert said, grinning. You're done, and I'll rebuild with the insurance money and throw an even bigger event. Maybe call it the Nora Special since you gave me all this free publicity. The detective pulled Nora out of the car and started walking her to the transport van. She looked back at me, mascara streaking down her face. Mom, I'm sorry, but I couldn't let him kill anyone else. The only life ruined here is yours, Robert called after her, already dialing his phone. Enjoy prison, you pathetic drunk. I stood there watching them put my daughter in the van while Robert laughed on his phone about rebuilding bigger and better. My daughter had saved lives and she was going to prison while this monster would keep hunting vulnerable people for profit. The van pulled away with Nora inside, and I had no idea what to do. Full story on the channel below.